Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event of Championship Handicapping. This is the championship. Chaffee, how you feeling?
Good, George. How you doing? You should get a little bit more excited for this.
We got two heavyweight champions. They made it through grueling, brutal rounds of competition to get here to the finals. Well-deserved. A round of applause for these two, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Fantastic job by both of you. You came with it every time you were on the show, and you made it here. One of you two is going to walk away with $1,000 cash money. So this is going to be an exciting day. The competition is fierce. I know both of them want to win, Chappie. There's no like, let's do it for the good of the game. No.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that, you know, the in-betweens, people hear things, whatever. I had Benny on our radio show this morning, and he asked who he was playing. He made a little comment about, hey, he's got no chance. And Ellis already had a text from somebody saying, some guy in L.A. was talking trash on the radio about you.
So what I do, man, I played basketball in college. That's what we do. We talk smack the whole time. So
that's right.
I love talking smack. This is it. This is the finals, ladies and gentlemen. They've had to go through. I think we've had 32 people to start. So we're down with the two finalists. They had to get through 5 rounds to get here, and fight off names like Steve Coffin and other incredible handicappers. So congratulations, gentlemen. Now, Chappie, I gotta say, your guys crushed me. Both of these guys are yours.
Yeah, I'll take the victory, George. You owe me something. Maybe like a $10 voucher. I'll take it. That's fine by me. But today, since you guys are both wearing hats, we're gonna technically put Ellis on Team Giorgio.
You can do this way. We can do Team Bald Guys.
Well, then it's 3 bald guys. So.
Okay, good.
And I got Team Big Ears back there with the
like his ears coming out of his.
And we're all over the country today, George. Of course, you and I are live at Santa Anita Park. Ellis is in Lexington, Kentucky, and Benny is at Lone Star Park today. Is that correct, Benny?
Yeah, I'm staying at a really cool Airbnb. Once we're done here, I'm going to head on over and check in, get situated, have a Bloody Mary, and have some fun for the next 3 days. Leave Tuesday, so here for the contests. Hopefully meet some cool people that I've been chatting with on Twitter for the last year or so. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Very nice.
All right, so this is the championship. We are going to have another tournament starting. It's going to be a condensed version, just 7 days of tournament. That's going to start on June 5th. It's going to start on that Saturday, June 5th, and it's going to end on June 19th, which is also a Saturday. So we're going to have a quick little 7-day contest. Also, that contest starts on June 5th. Just announced, Chappie, really big news that on June 6th, that Sunday, the day after the Belmont, we're going to have a mandatory payout here at Santa Anita in our Pick 6. Yeah,
just announced, and that's kicking off plenty of good racing here to come. Obviously this weekend is a big weekend here at the Great Race Place, ending on Monday, Memorial Day special racing with the Hollywood Gold Cup. So I can't wait. Terrific racing. But today it's all about our boys. And by the way, there's a $500 buy-in on ExpressBet today for a $1,500 buy-in tournament on Monday, Georgie. So contests galore, and this contest to kick it all off.
That sounds fantastic. Great contest here, and we're going to have a great weekend. Tomorrow, just before we get into it, and we'll get into it in a second, tomorrow we're going to have 2 members of Karma, and of course we have been playing here in this Charity First Handicapping Challenge to raise money for Karma, and so we're going to have the Vice President of Karma, Howie Zucker, good friend of mine, New Yorker, a fellow New Yorker, and Billy Koch, who's just super entertaining. He's also on the board of Karma. And we're going to talk about that great organization because Monday is Aftercare Awareness Day. And so really important that we take care of these magnificent animals after they retire. And then Monday, which is Memorial Day, we're going to have Jessica Pfeiffer and Benny South Street as well.
Benny's back doing his job, and yeah, we keeping him busy. He goes on vacation, and we got him on the air live twice. So thanks for coming through for us, Benny. We're keeping you busy.
No problem, guys. Anytime. It's a great cause. I look forward to chatting with Jessica as well. Really big fan of Jockey Jess. So.
And Ellis, are you you look like you got your game face on today, buddy?
I'm playing in your in the Express Bet contest today as well. Besides this, so hopefully I'll see if I can win my entry into the big one on Monday.
He's putting his money where his mouth is, there, Giorgio.
Hey, he's not just
he's not just a pretty face, George.
He's here to win. He's here to win everything. It's a contest here, contest there, here a contest, there a contest.
Everywhere contest.
All right, let's get into it then. Here we go. Ellis, you got $100 to win. Where are you going?
I'm going to the 8th race for the win bet. I'm going with number 1, Exalted. This is a triple bend, and honestly, I have no interest in Baffert's 8 rings. Just talk about the favorite. It's a vulnerable favorite. Bet off of those races. It seems like 2 years ago, and they were 2 years ago. Maiden win, American Pharaoh, then the Juvenile, then came back in the Bachelor in April, didn't fire, came back in the Jerkins in August, didn't fire, working fast. Okay, fine. This is a horse that was good at 2. We don't know what he's like at 4. Exalted ran a huge race at 7 furlongs February 12th at Santa Anita from the rail, got up off the pace, got a big echo-based speed figure, 97, came back and ran 3rd in the Sergeant Ken Carlos, but that was not only a tougher race, a grade 2, but Brickyard Ride ran off by 4, and he was just a neck closing fast, nose actually, behind Tigre de Sluggo. A couple of nice 5 furlong works, Abel Cedillo. I'm not worried about the rail. As I said, Lambo's going to set the pace. Exalted can sit second. Exalted for me as my $100 win bet.
All right, looks like a good pick there, Exalted. I remember that race. Nobody was going to catch Brickyard Ride that day. And inexplicably to me, I mean, just Smith had this one in the middle of the track the entire way around the entire race. It was a kind of a weird trip for Exalted. So we're going against 8 rings, and we're going against the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. All right, Chappie.
All right, Benny, what are we doing with our win bet and why to get on the board here, buddy?
All right, we're going to head to race 4. We got the one full field of the day, and we're going to head to number 6, Run Like Kona. Kona was protected last time, which immediately kind of gets my ears up. I feel like Hess liked this one. The main reason why I like this horse, to watch this trip, it's just an action. It's a pitiful trip. The horse breaks bad. It's not noted in the PPs. The horse broke dead last by almost 2 lengths. Rushed up, was showing a ton of speed, and then had to get put on hold because he was in between. Kind of had that trip where 2 horses on either side of him were just ahead of her, and she had to be put on hold, and she just never got comfortable. She was uncomfortable the whole trip, had to battle in between, and actually near the wire was actually re-rallying a little bit, which doesn't show up on paper, and she galloped out in front. I think she's got speed in a field that doesn't have a whole lot of speed. I think she'll just track Jessica around the track on Raneem and hopefully get the job done at a decent number. So number 6, Run Like Kona for me.
I love it. So race 4, number 6, 8-1, Georgie, and that's what Benny does with Trip Note Pros. He finds the troubled trips and he gets the prices home for us. So if he gets that on the board, it's going to be tough for Ellis to come back from that one.
Trip Note Pro is definitely a tool that you want in your toolbox. Excellent information, and if we get a lot of it for free at santanita.com, you can go with the golden hour. We got Trip Note Pros there, and he's got Trip Note notes around the country. So definitely get involved if you can. And the only day he's really going to miss fires today when Alex kicks his butt. Other than that, he's on it every day. Like he never misses. But Ellis,
I'll let
that's
George
funny.
talk,
You kept the streak alive at least. You kept the streak alive. He ripped me again.
Yeah, he always rips you.
Just win this competition. All right, Ellis, let's go, baby.
Well, I think, and everybody knows I try and remain above it on Twitter. I'll let George throw the smack. I'll just be professional here. What do you want next, George? Which bet?
Exacta. We need an exacta that we could either Dave Weaver it or box it or part wheel it.
All right. So this is going to be, even if Benny hits this 8-1 shot, I got a shot here in the 9th race with an exacta box of 1 and 8, Lone Scout and No Foolery. I believe I forgot the morning lines. I think they're not favorites. They're not low odds. It's a big field of 8. Let's start with Lone Scout. That representative race on March 20th, the only time he ran on turf was dynamite from the 12 post, wide the whole way. He bumped a little bit and checked the hair, got beat a neck for second. What's really important about that race, and again, I'm ignoring the dirt race for a second, last time out on April 10th. What's really important about that turf race was the second horse, Airman, came back to run and win really well. And then the last race, believe it or not, that dirt race got beaten 10, but the winner won by 5. The winner came back to win. The second horse won. This is a key race. And now back on the grass, rail instead of the 12 post. The only other foal of the Dan run on grass, a horse named Nakamura, won 265 grand. Stats Raceland's little query told me that. 4 turf routes and stakes place, so should love it. No Foolery here, obviously. The third start was a charm last time out. Got beat by Airman when Airman came back to win off of that March 20th race. Got beat ahead, rallying. I think the 1-8 is going to be pretty strong here. Exacta box in the night.
All right, a couple of horses coming out of key races where a lot of comeback. Hudson Ridge came back and won that race that No Foolery dead heated with him in, just missing by a head. A good race where for Lone Scout, and then he had trip no pros of his own there on the grass race. He was like checked and this and whatnot. He's coming with it.
Apparently. No, I'm just kidding. I actually do have a really good note on that horse on the 20th.
Yeah. Race. I agree with you, Ellis. But by the way, 5-1 on Lone Scout, the 1, and 5-2 on the outside, the 8, Ellis. So, and you're right on Lone Scout, kind of wide, and then got actually bumped sideways at the top of the lane, and then made a big rush between horses. I did like the replay on that horse. So
sounds like a $25 exacta, $600-$700. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I like it. He's confident there, Benny. Where we go with our exacta? Why I know you're exuding confidence as always.
This is there's no way around this exacta, and it's going to pay nothing, but it's going to give me some points, and that is race 7, Whittingham. I have to play this race. My stepfather trained with Whittingham back in the day in Caliente. We're gonna box up Red King and United. United loves his turf horse. He's a beast. He needs not explaining. And Red King, on his day, is really, really good. I actually spoke with Billy Koch before that starter allowance race. He said, stay away. He needs a race. He sure did. And he actually still ran a cracker up in between horses while troubled. He was trying to get out. He got knocked back inside, and then he galloped that way in front. And I spoke with Billy again. He says this horse is working lights out, maybe better than he ever has been. And that was even before Red King beat United at Del Mar. The other D'Amato in here is cannon fodder, I think, for Red King. Acclimate's not himself. He's going to go fast. Compromise award winner. They're not going to go blazing, but they're going to go just fast enough for these other two to suck up and run 1-2. So 3-4 box for me in race 7. The winning game.
I like it. He just wants to get on the board, Georgie, which is always important in a lot of these contests, as we have noticed in the past couple months. And obviously, the 1 and the 2 are going to go to the lead. 3-4 are going to sit right off. It's not going to pay much, but it's going to pay. And Benny will be in the lead going into the last. Back to you, George.
Back to me. Hey, Alice, before I start, I'm trying to wipe the chalk off of Benny South Street. I'm trying to wipe it off his chin right there. I don't know if I'm catching it. Let me know. There's a lot of chalk everywhere there. A lot of chalk.
And the 8-1 that I picked, what about him? I know where you live, George. You
He
can't hide from me.
selectively forgets your picks, Benny.
By the way, I've scored in every contest that we've ever played.
Wow.
It's been 15. So I'm going to take my points and beat your ass when I get back into LA.
It's getting volatile here, George.
It's on now. Ellis, it's on. Come
you're
on,
leading
Lexington,
the charge.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Come on, Lexington. Bring me a daily double.
You should have never made that chalk comment, George, because that's where I'm going now.
See, you didn't know that. It's hilarious.
No, you got to do something here. I'm going with the sixth race, going $100 double straight, 1-4, starting with Scary Fast Smile. Just a breakout race last time out, April 23rd, 7-length win from 3-post. Rail won't make a difference. Got some other speed, but those 247 bullets, since not bullets, but second best of 34, second best of 72, almost like bullets, were fantastic. Moving up now, should just take him. He's 5-2. And then United, I got my lucky LNJ hat right here, baby, for United. You made a comment. It may be true. Acclimated world winner won't go too fast, but I don't know. They both like to go about 47, 110, 111 for a mile. I think they might go too fast for a mile and a quarter. It doesn't matter anyway. United just blitzed them by, and Benny will probably hit his exact. It'll be 4-3, and I'll hit my double, and then we'll see what goes from there.
See, that was a well calculated, precise chalk play. You see, not just some rinky dink. I'm just gonna take that was like, he really put his mind to it, and that's a totally different chalk. Let me get some more stuff off of Benny's. Okay, go ahead.
That's kind of like the show where Jim Bennis completely tore Gabe apart for picking chalk, and then the next time out he picked like 3-3-5. So, but that's okay. Benny, I'm starting to think that George just doesn't like you. That's
okay. Hey, look, it happens. It happens. Unlike Ellis, I kind of do act like an idiot on Twitter because it's kind of fun. So, he's professional. I'm not. That's okay. I'm more about the entertainment. If George wants to rib me the whole time, that's fine. I'll still buy you a beer when I'm out there, George.
Hey, I still love you. This is just competition. If you were on my team, we'd be ripping the crap out of whoever we're playing against. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, Benny. Let's go. Come on, man. Double time. I think you're playing more against George than you are Ellis now.
I actually, I was listening to Ellis. He picked Exalted. I've actually got nothing bad to say about it. I hate this race, but I am going to start in this race in a double with 8 rings. 8 rings is going to win or run last. I don't know what it's going to be. He was really good as a 2-year-old. Supposedly he was trapped. I don't know if he was or not. It doesn't matter. He's come back and run 2 bad races, a 3-year campaign. Who am I to say Bob Baffert doesn't know what he's doing? He shows up in a very difficult spot, going 7/8 off a layoff. Bob's really good in this situation. I've had him a couple times before. Not in a chalk situation like this, but gets Pratt. I don't see a whole lot of speed in here. I think Rombauer is going to struggle on the cutback, his fractions. I'm not even convinced that he makes the lead. If he does, 8 rings will be on top of him all trip. Again, I don't like this race. I'm just trying to get through this race because I love the 9th race. And I'm going to use 2 horses in the 9th, those being the 3 Warbird and the 6 Dicey Mo Charter. So Warbird, I loved him after his first race. He galloped out like a furlong in front of the field. It was a mile. He wanted no part of the mile distance. He got bet actually pretty well in that last race, considering he was the only 3-year-old in the race in that race. So there are only a couple of fields in here that were ridden for 3 and up. He's coming out of one of them. My software's got him way faster than everybody in the last half mile of the race. It's a legit race, and he kind of grinded in that race. He didn't look all that great visually, but he was running against some solid older horses. So I think Warbird's legit. He did grind back and earn that 3rd position, and then he galloped out in front again. So I think he's done it 2 times in a row. I know he wants every bit of 9 panels. He's legit for me. And then the other horse, Dicey Mochera, is a tapes play for me. Completely eliminated at the start. My friend and I were talking about this. Was just quietly ridden at the back of the pack. This was a clear prep. Was ridden the last quarter and actually flew home. And if you watch the gallop out on this horse, he gallops out like literally 100 yards ahead of the field. Like he's just getting warmed up. He worked with blinkers. Harrington's got him a B+ workout with blinkers. he's going to show speed today. All he's got to do is break. He completely missed the break last time. That happens a lot with these Europeans. They come over, they're just not prepared. They're looking around, they don't know what's going on. That's not going to happen today. He's going to break, he's going to show speed, and he's going to be in the top two with Berger. So love those two. I think one of them will win. Again, uncertain about that previous race, but I couldn't take these two in any other play. So I'm going to try and fall my way into a double. So 5 over 3-6 in the late double.
So I know you have several friends, Benny, but actually I was one who called you last night. We talked about the 6.
It wasn't you. It wasn't you. Was it?
No.
We had actually talked about it a couple of days before, but yeah, we did. I mean, I'm trying to get a little. I'm trying to find out some information on the horse elsewhere as well. I think I know what's going to come back to me. I think the horse is live. He's going to be. He's going to be 5. This horse is going to be 5-2. And I actually hate the favorite in this race. I hate the 8. I hate no foolery here. He had an absolute dream trip last time. Saved ground the whole trip. Got pace to run at. Leaked out and plotted home well enough. But I think his trip made that figure. I don't think he's that good. So he was a play against for me. So again, I don't know. I'm not convinced they're going to run 1-2, but I do think one of them is going to win. That's why I felt like I needed to fall into a double.
Yeah, the replay of Dicey Mochara is just, it's very interesting to say the least, because the horse was so far back and didn't even start running till a little bit before the wire, and then just galloped out.
It's a joke from the quarter pole to entering the backstretch. He goes from like 20 lengths behind to like 40 lengths in front. It's frightening. So if that was a prep, which I believe that it was based on Tyler's hands, he just kind of just sat there and said, all right, well, let's give you just a little workout. We know you need longer anyway, is probably what he was told. I think this horse just breaks and runs well. And, again, that 3-year-old's an up angle can't be overstated enough this time of year. It's starting to get a little bit later in the year. The only other race that they rode for 3 and ups was the subconscious race. There were 3 4-year-olds in that race, but 2 of them were massive numbers. One of them was like 100-1, one was like 80-1, and the other 4-year-old just didn't really run at all. So that race was basically for 3-year-olds anyway. So,
Ellis, you remember subconscious well.
Yes, I remember subconscious well, and United Subconscious have the same. Here we go. The colors right there. If subconscious, nice. I'm gonna bet $20 went on subconscious. Even though it won't get me the 1,000, but I'm going to bet no matter what, just because
you got the contest too.
Huh?
Playing the contest.
If I have some money left, you never know by then, because I got
some interesting horse in there. Yeah.
But the 8th and 9th, it's really interesting to Benny and me. I just say for fans watching this, if the 5 wins the 8th, I'm out. But then I got the box the 9th, and he's got the 9th will be the telling race. Because Benny's got the 3 and the 6, provided the 5 wins, and I got the 1-8. I think those are the races that are really going to be the deciding factor here. Those last 2 races are going to be really what it comes down to.
And they also flow into the Golden Hour Pick 4, as we know, Georgie.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. I will be hammering the Golden Hour Pick 4 today.
I know.
Like a $50 or $100 pick.
I like it.
I love the sequence.
Georgie?
Like you said, telling the race, the last race, Ellen has the 1 and the 9. Benny has got the 3 and the 6. Ellis is also going to bet money to win on the 2. I like the 7. Chappie, I think, likes the 5. I mean, this is going to be one heck of a race. Unbelievable. Dicey Mochara also comes out of that race, and I did see that race as well, with a B+ work, according to Harrington. So you're getting a lot of positives in the corner of Dicey Mochara. Also adds blinkers. Just a lot of things going on there with that 6, and certainly super live.
You're the second one. So, George, you're the second one to mention American Admiral. I only one to mention American Admiral here, I think, who me and Benny are both taking a stand against, by the way.
I mean, Mr. Impossible looked good winning that race. And, they paid $1.3 million for that horse.
Good luck getting that.
Probably not a scrub.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but Baffert's not really good going dirt to turf. Just really not. Needs a second turf, maybe first turf.
I don't know how you guys feel, and obviously that workout was with the blinkers on with the B plus, but I watched a ton of replays yesterday, and I remembered that horse. I was excited, and then when I opened up the workout reports and the B plus, I can't stand that because that puts everybody else on a horse that I like. But that it is.
I agree. It's a total downer.
Because then everybody throws it in.
What the morning line was, because I think it'll be half of what it is.
6-1 morning line.
Yeah, so this horse can be 3-1.
Yeah. So.
All right, let's go to race number 2 because we're going to have the tiebreaker now and find out if these two handicappers end up in the tie, which is going to be seemingly close to impossible. We're going to see who's going to pick a horse to beat the other horse. There comes the crazy spinning wheel of fate. And let's see who gets first pick in the tiebreaker right here. Whoa, that's going faster than ever. Will it ever stop?
Wow.
It may never stop.
This is like the
It's just going to go on for eternity.
Somebody WD-40'd that thing.
Oh, man. This is big wheel. Keep
That's
on
really
rolling.
real.
Wow.
Is that for real?
Yeah, that's for real. That's incredible.
There it goes.
All right, Ellis, you get first pick.
I'm going with Ginja, the 2-horse Baffert, 2 seconds in a row. That's all I can say. Blinkers off. Probably finally put the filly over the top.
Ginja for Ellis. After that spin, we've got no time left for Benny. Thank you guys for being on the show. What? No, go ahead.
So, yeah, there's only 2 horses you can take in here. Actually, my top pick was the 1, Sharapova. Sharapova, another trips horse for me. It doesn't really show up. There's a minor comment in there, but this was just an absolutely brutal trip. And that first time out was legit. These two, I'm hoping that Rispoli blasts off, makes the lead, and puts Ginja into chase mode and can just go wire to wire. And if not, I think she's actually rateable, and she can, if she gets out, she's got to play the break, and if the Dio out breaks the rail, then he's just going to have to move to the outside. But Ginja's legit. Ginja faded and then did what a lot of Baffert horses do. She rebroke after the wire and galloped out in front. So I think they'll both have no problem getting the distance. One of these two is going to win.
My second pick. If I had lost the wheel of fate, I was going to take the 1. So it's a good pick. Then.
Thank you.
All right, one of these two handicappers will win this contest today. We wish you both the best of luck. It has been a pleasure having you both on the show throughout the contest. Both of you are entertaining, certainly insightful, and it has been a pleasure to host each and every one of our handicappers, but you two especially, our champions. Congratulations. My hat's off to you both. You did a fine job. Jabby, any last words before we say goodbye?
Yeah, there are 3 things I take out of this, basically. One is they're 2 terrific handicappers. 2, I can't wait for this weekend of racing, especially at San Anita with all the stakes races. And 3, George can't stand Benny whatsoever, and that's obvious. So, no, I appreciate you guys both, and good luck.
And what's super cool is, so Ellis is on the Keeneland website as well, and so the last couple of years I do like one day for Keeneland where we put up the trips for a race, and so it's good I got to actually meet Ellis, at least via the computer screen, and chat with him. So
Same here. When you get to Lexington, let me know. I don't travel much. I'm old. But when you get to Lexington, let me know.
Do it.
And my race, by the way, it just so happens that my race today for Santa Anita is not one of these. It was the 5th, but it was chalky as well because I had to pick one I really liked. So.
I love it. The friends were made today, George.
Friends were made.
Not you two, but those two.
I love it. All right, tomorrow we're going to have Howard Zucker and Billy Koch. Don't miss it. Don't forget the big announcement on the day after Belmont. That weekend is going to be great. We're going to have a mandatory payout here at Santa Anita. That pick 6 pool usually gets huge. Very exciting day always when we have a mandatory pick 6. It's the day after the Belmont. It's going to be exciting. It was exciting having you two champions on. Good luck, and we'll see you in the next round. In the next contest, I'm sure you guys, as defending champions, are going to come back. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck, Benny.